Look at me, I'm
Week 12 in the NFL goes back to being a full 16-game schedule with no teams on bye. It starts with a feast of Thanksgiving contests that figure to be close. It ends Sunday and Monday with several lopsided matchups on paper. There are big point spreads to match, including 4 teams favored by double digits. Here are this week's predictions and prognostications, both against the spread and straight up. Thanks again to Bovada for the Week 12 betting lines. Week 12 NFL picks against the spread. All times ET game of the week: New Orleans Saints at Los Angeles Rams, 2:12 Sunday, 4:05 p.m. CBS. The Rams struggled with the versatile rushing duo of the Vikings. Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara are even better. Being down Robert Woods is a big blow for LA's passing game as well. Todd Gurley will keep the hosts in the game, but eventually Drew Brees will help the Saints build a comfortable lead versus a short-handed Jared Goff. Pick Saints win 3,324. Games at the midweek: Minnesota Vikings 3 at Detroit Lions Thursday, 1 p.m. Fox. Detroit 1 at Minnesota in Week 4. The Lions' defense matches up well to contain the Vikings' passing game. At home on the holiday, Matthew Stafford will protect the ball better and play sharper than cooling-off counterpart Case Keenum. The Lions won't waste the opportunity to suddenly tighten things up in the NFC North. Pick Lions win 2,317. Los Angeles Chargers at Dallas Cowboys. Pick EM Sunday, 4:05 p.m. CBS. The Cowboys' offense is in a funk, as they strangely have become a one-dimensional rushing offense without Ezekiel Elliott. Those passing game woes play right into the Chargers' hands. Dak Prescott won't suddenly bust out of his slump. With Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram rushing him, plus Casey Hayward shutting down one half of the field. On the other side, Sean Lee's absence will allow Melvin Gordon and Austin Ekeler to feast in the second half. Pick Chargers win 2,320. New York Giants at Washington Redskins, 7:12 Thursday, 8:30 p.m. NBC. New York got an inspired, gritty victory against Kansas City, and the Giants will come hard at its NFC East rival with a short trip. The Redskins have had a rough schedule, being swept by the Eagles and losing to both the Vikings and Saints in consecutive weeks. They finally get a break here for Kirk Cousins' play to pay off as he outduels Eli Manning with a better array of mixed-bag targets. Pick Redskins win 2,723 but fail to cover the spread. Lock of the week: Pittsburgh Steelers 14 over Green Bay Packers Sunday, 8:30 p.m. NBC. After facing a Baltimore defense that shut out his team, Brett Hundley faces an even stronger Pittsburgh unit against the pass. The Steelers also are playing better against the run of late. Ben Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown will stay hot against a reeling secondary with more help from Juju Smith-Schuster. Le'Veon Bell will get plenty of second-half work to pad the lead and work the clock. Pick Steelers win 3,810 and cover the spread. Upset of the week: Indianapolis Colts over Tennessee Titans Sunday, 1 p.m. ET Fox. The Colts come out of the bye feeling frustrated about not finishing off the Steelers at home in Week 10. Jacoby Brissett will be able to move the ball on the Titans, getting into a good duel with Marcus Mariota. With the teams racking up field goals, Adam Vinatieri will nail the late, long game winner. Pick Colts win 2,623. Rest of the week: Buffalo Bills at Kansas City Chiefs, 10 Sunday, 1 p.m. CBS. The Bills would start Nathan Peterman over Tyrod Taylor again after the debacle in LA, would they? Let's hope not, because Taylor protecting the ball and LeSean McCoy running will keep Buffalo in this game of fading playoff hopefuls in a tough road environment. The Chiefs, though, will go back to a simple, grinding offense and pull this out by remembering they still have Kareem Hunt. The Chiefs win 2,417 but fail to cover the spread. Carolina Panthers 4-12 at New York Jets Sunday, 1 p.m. Fox. After a bad road loss against the Bears several weeks ago, the Panthers won't take anything for granted here. Away from prime time and Charlotte, Cam Newton will need to be more of a grinder than Superman, as Todd Bowles' defense will do its best to contain his running and downfield passing. Former Panthers backup Josh McCown will make it interesting with a few big pass plays in the second half, but the Jets will fall a little short at home. Pick Panthers win 2,420 but fail to cover the spread. Chicago Bears at Philadelphia Eagles 14 Sunday, 1 p.m. Fox. Mitchell Trubisky will aspire to have the same kind of second season as fellow second overall pick Carson Wentz has had this year. But for now, Wentz has the greater supporting receivers including former Bear Alshon Jeffrey and the deeper running game. Chicago's defense will only limit Philadelphia for a couple series before the Eagles fly up to the usual heights. Trubisky will be under siege against Philly's defense for much of the second half. Pick Eagles win 317 and cover the spread. Cleveland Browns at Cincinnati Bengals 8 Sunday, 1 p.m. CBS. This looks like a spot for the Browns to steal one. But then again, the Bengals defense is playing well, and Andy Dalton has steadied himself after an awful start. It's early afternoon at home, so Dalton will get the job done with plenty of A.J. Green and Tyler Kroft, but a late TD from Deshaun Kaiser brings Cleveland close in the waning moments. Pick Bengals win 2,317 but fail to cover the spread. Miami Dolphins at New England Patriots 17 Sunday, 1 p.m. CBS. You know the Patriots are getting close to can't-miss Super Bowl favorites when the spread start ballooning past 2 touchdowns. Miami is an absolute mess, far removed from the second AFC East playoff team under Adam Gase a season ago. The Dolphins' defense has numerous holes for Tom Brady to exploit, while New England's suddenly sound defense will stop whoever is quarterback the other side. Pick Patriots win 4,014 and cover the spread. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Atlanta Falcons na Sunday, 1 p.m. Fox. The Falcons won't have a letdown after the big Monday night upset victory in Seattle. That win proved Atlanta is actually closer to the top of the NFC again than to a true Super Bowl hangover. There's not much reason to think the Bucs' defense will slow down Matt Ryan, or that it has the offense to keep up with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Pick Falcons win 3,014. Seattle Seahawks at San Francisco 49ers na Sunday, 4:05 p.m. Fox. The Seahawks are shell-shocked from what happened in back-to-back home losses, so go figure that they'll enjoy going back on the road, where they have won 3 straight games. Seattle's depleted defense gets a much-needed break against a lesser, transitional San Francisco offense lacking in firepower. Meanwhile, Russell Wilson can go to work on a much worse San Francisco unit. Pick Seahawks win 3,120. Denver Broncos at Oakland Raiders 5 Sunday, 4:05 p.m. CBS. The Broncos' offense can't find a quarterback or a passing game despite 2 top wide receivers. The Raiders have Derek Carr and greater potential in the passing game, but that group is underachieving. These 2 disappointing AFC West teams will meet somewhere in the middle. It's easier to trust Carr to come through late in a mostly inept game offensively. Pick Raiders win 17-13 but fail to cover the spread. Jacksonville Jaguars 5 at Arizona Cardinals Sunday, 4:05 p.m. CBS. Blaine Gabbert will start for the Cardinals against his former team, and he might already regret it. After Adrian Peterson runs often for little yardage again, Gabbert will be forced to drop back often against former Cardinals defensive end Calais Campbell, who will dominate a bad defensive line to build on his Defensive Player of the Year candidacy. Saxonville comes to the desert, along with Leonard Fournette, maybe the next Peterson. The Jaguars win 17-10 and cover the spread. Houston Texans at Baltimore Ravens 7 Monday, 8:30 p.m. ESPN. The Texans got a win with Tom Savage, but it took a game against a team with another backup quarterback starting and no running game to make it happen. Joe Flacco isn't exactly elite, but his veteran receivers are coming through enough to take advantage of a shaky Houston secondary. Flacco won't need to do much for a second consecutive week, with Baltimore's defense toying with its 4th shutout of the season. Pick Ravens win 206 and cover the spread. Stats of the week: Week 11 record straight up 104, Week 11 record against the spread 76, season-to-date record straight up 10,258, season-to-date record against the spread 6,881.